This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over first and 10 at their own 19-yard
line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang, but it's 2nd down.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And some space here. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2.
Come on, QB, come on. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Alabama. 56.
Now Brady. It's caught. And it's 8-0. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Vita Vea on the stop. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He lets it fly for Lockett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. In his own end zone, it's Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Leonard Fournette.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Fournette on the counter. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
A 3-yard gain on the play.
And a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Here's Brady. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
A gain of 7.
First down Tampa as Brady hooks up with Howard. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Check.
Fournette. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Fournette.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Taken down.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Brady's throw there complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Seahawks.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Fournette running right. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings
this is Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Fournette. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. T.J. Logan taking it in. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. From the gun, it's Brady. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0.
Seahawks, nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
10 at the 49-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, Carson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. To give him 4 yards there, it'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 27, Wilson escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
On the play. Brings up 3rd down.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He finds Dorsett, it's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Philip Dorsett, 42 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. It's good, and that cuts it to 9 at 16-7.
Makes the score Buccaneers 16, Seahawks 7. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now Jones. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Made by Bruce.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
So the first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
45, Mike, 45.
On 2nd down and 4. Wilson flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
14.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Stop short of the goal line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
2nd and goal.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
2nd and 10.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Now Jones. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, trying to hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
O.J. Howard.
It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He was taken down.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
5-yard line.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
The ball carrier.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they...
And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown.
To number 80, O.J. Howard.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
set. 380. Check. Watch the before.
Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He completes it to Evans. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Coming in to put a lick on him was Levante David. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Oh, here Lockett with a chance to run it. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Move 15. 36 power. Check 43. Alert.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Levante David. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 21. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Brady's pass.
His defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And some room to maneuver. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
At the 33-yard line.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Trey Flowers picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Eluding the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Carson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play.
So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They hand off to their big tight end. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Makes the score Buccaneers 22, Seahawks 14. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
On the play.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell them to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
It's now 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go with McCoy. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
And
the 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down and 4, Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Fournette on the counter. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Final score,
But Charles, a 1-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that 1-score game. We all knew what was coming. The Hail Mary, they just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew,